Hi everyone. So I've been following OpenAI's ChatGPT product online, and I've been trying to decipher, how is it going to impact some of these companies that I follow, some of my stock recommendations, how is it going to change? And for now, I've highlighted at least one stock that I am changing my recommendation on solely due to ChatGPT. Just completely due to ChatGPT and how I think it's going to change the way customers use this other product. And so let me highlight that right now. I have here pulled up on the screen Chegg. Of course, Chegg was one of my top 23 stocks to buy for 2023. I issued that video early in January before I had really dug deep into ChatGPT and how it's going to impact the industry. Chegg is an education technology company that helps college students with their studies. So let's say, for example, you're in a finance class. Let's say a student is in my finance class. I teach finance at a university level. I teach finance and I teach economics. I teach to undergraduate students and I teach to graduate students. And I know that Chegg is a very popular product on universities, on campuses. I know I hear students talking about Chegg at my campus all the time, and I've researched how they use this product, and now that I've looked into ChatGPT, I think it's going to significantly disrupt the way students use Chegg. I think a lot of students are going to switch from using Chegg to using ChatGPT instead, especially if pricing stays the way it is. Right now, Chegg charges around $15 to $20 per month for its service, depending on what country you're at and if you bundle, if you choose to buy the bundle or not. And for now, ChatGPT is free. So, and it's comparable in terms of what it offers. So you can, as one of my finance students, you can go into ChatGPT and say, how do you calculate the price to earnings ratio? And ChatGPT will lay out a very nice computation for how to compute the price to earnings ratio in a very nice step-by-step process, similar to what students go to Chegg for, right? If you're doing your homework assignment and you want to figure out how to compute the price to earnings ratio, you don't just want the answer, you want a step-by-step guide so that you learn the process, so that if you have to take an exam in class when you can't use Chegg, you know how to do it. And that's what ChatGPT now offers. And so the one of the reasons why I was so bullish on Chegg stock was because it had over 80 million pieces of this type of proprietary content, where it had step-by-step solutions on how to do these types of problems that you encounter in college. It can be in finance, in economics, in calculus, in algebra, whatever it might be. Chegg had over 80 million pieces of content that walked you through step by step how to answer these things. And so if you were stuck on a problem, you can go to Chegg and you're very likely to find the answer to that problem. And oh, by the way, if Chegg didn't have the answer to the problem, students got to ask 20 questions per month that was answered by Chegg's subject matter experts. So even if they didn't have what you were looking for, they can create it. They'll pay to have it created for you, usually within an hour, and you'd have your answer. And so you could get yourself unstuck. But even still, sometimes students have to wait hours before I respond to a question that they email me, right? But on Chegg, they might be able to find the answer sooner than if they were to email me looking for the answer, right? Because I can't be in front of my email all the time answering student questions, right? That's not feasible for me to do. And so I thought Chegg was an incredibly great product for students, and I saw its revenue growing, and so and its valuation was reasonable, and so I recommended it as one of my top 23 stocks to buy in 2023. But you can already see so far this year to date, the stock is down 16.36%, and I attribute this decline. This is a big drop for this stock that was already not expensive, I attribute this decline to the rise of ChatGPT, right? Undoubtedly, analysts have that are much smarter than me have gotten ahead of this news and already downgraded and started to sell this stock, and that's caused it to fall as much as it has. Because if you look at its valuation, here I have the forward PE ratio just 15.75, price to free cash flow of 21. It's near as cheap as it's been in the last eight or so years. So the stock is not expensive, and it's growing, and it's expanding its operating profit margin. Everything looks good if you look backwards. But going forward over the next few quarters, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of students start to catch on to ChatGPT. There's already an announcement at my university at how we're going to adjust our teaching to respond to ChatGPT. And so the way it is now, the version, it's free for students to use ChatGPT. The Pro product, they're charging a monthly fee. So if ChatGPT is going to be free for students to use, that's going to be their choice, in my opinion. And so until I see something different, I'm removing my recommendation for Chegg. I'm no longer recommending the stock as a buy for 2023 until further notice. If you have the stock, I would recommend to sell it. I would not recommend to buy it if you haven't already. And so ChatGPT is causing me to change my recommendation on this stock. All right, that's all I've got for this video. Stay tuned for more updates on how it's going to impact this stock in the future. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.